All right, coming to the end of another week. I'm gonna walk through this thing as soon as he's got it on the truck. Look at this weather. This is kind of weather right here of why you even need these things. Then we'll do a walkthrough on that whenever that one decides to go out. Waiting on a couple of parts for it, I guess. Look at all this stuff getting built. Love this pickup truck. Very nice truck. Look at that, Z71. Anyway, moving on. Staying focused here. We'll get this walkthrough done as soon as he gets around to getting his act together and getting his work done. Anyway, not bad. I think I'll go sit in the office and pretend like I'm working while he's doing this. That way I'm out of the rain. Look at that, it's all done. Very nice, they did great. What? Do you need something? Anyway, staying focused here. The Yukon, they're all done. That thing's looking nice. Man, I like that. That just works with that pickup truck. So, this is a 6-foot bed. It's a 2023 Chevy. And that right there is a 24-inch cabover. Right there. And again, it's on a 6-foot, so it's about 6 foot 3 inches. And every one of these Yukons is a little different. A lot of people, like he did not want that to be too long. A lot of people are different on that line. So I don't think any two of these Yukons are the same. In this particular, you know, with this particular product line, right? There's no two that are the same because, you know, some of these guys, like the one I was showing earlier in the back that we'll do a walkthrough video on, this right here, a lot of them get built out wider, and so you end up out here, and then some of them get built right at the width of the front of the truck, dependent on the year, make, model of your truck and all that. So the height or the length of this cab over bed is going to be determined by what we can do with that sidewall, right? But we typically do 36, 24, 20 inch, all in that range. Some of those end up going longer, and then the sidewall gets put taller. But what this particular Yukon is, this is basically the base model, right? This is a 42-inch sidewall, and that's from this point right here to your other palm on the ceiling inside. So from right here up there to the ceiling, that's 42 inches. And so you combine this right here with the height of the bed, you know, the height of the bed here with the sidewall, and that's how you get your inside height. But this is the lift up door, which again, that's base model, right? And then you, in the base price, you can make that 36 inches longer, or I mean 36 inches long or 24, right? Easy stuff, all easy stuff. But yeah, that's all he did. He just wanted a good place to have extra space, extra gear, get the gear up out of this area where he's gonna sleep or hang out in here. But he didn't want to go crazy. He wanted something tight and small to the truck without getting big and bulky and expensive. But he did go ahead and put a roof vent in. Then he's got a couple of lights here. Those are currently on the truck battery, but when the stuff comes in to plug into his jackery, we're gonna wire it in to where it can plug into his jackery. So really simple setup there. And then he wanted it bolted on rather than clamped, and that's a smart decision. I encourage bolts rather than clamps, but this one's so small that you could get away with clamps just fine. And then these are 15 by 30 windows right here. That's all those are. And then he asked for those to be installed up higher, just like many people do, so that he can get his mattress in here, have a little bit of privacy. The window's not too low, right? But he can have a little bit of privacy here, but also you're not going to get the moisture build up on the from, you know, coming in the window or whatever. You're not going to get that built up on any mattress or bedding that you have. But yeah, there it is. And then he went with the pod lights, and we'll wire these pod lights right here. We'll wire them into the cab, but he wanted them on a wall switch right here. That way he can operate them from the back, right? Easy stuff. and they're both on. And those suckers are super bright. You can't even really look at them. Looking at them through the camera here, they don't look near as bright, but they really are. But a lot of folks get those things wired into a switch in the cab so you can operate them from up there. And it would be kind of nice to have it on a switch back here and in the cab. And we do that sometimes too. That's all easy stuff. But that's the lift up door, right? And you can see how the lift up door is slightly sloped back so it can drain out for the rain. Like right now it's raining. And then that's the 3-member roof rack. He wanted it up there for various things, you know. I don't know what he's putting up there. I think some kind of a canoe or kayak. I forget. I'd have to talk to him. Yeah, not bad. That's it, guys. That's the baseline Yukon. Let's jump up inside there. See how the space feels a little bit. This is wired right here. It's wired for power. So if you wanted to switch that, nice, very nice. And let's tick this on. There we go. Nice dry space out of the rain. Not bad at all. Can sit in here, throw in some lawn chairs, get your gear thrown up there out of the way. Not bad. Not bad. And see, even though I'm a short guy, I have to slouch in here a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're doing a 42-inch wall. It's nice and tight to the truck, but you gotta crunch up a little bit. You can go taller, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, you can see all of these air gaps here. This is the kind of stuff that's really difficult to get rid of entirely. You know, all kinds of folks do stuff different there. You know, weather strip, all, you know, just stuff. And then things like this, if you got holes drilled in the bed for whatever reason, I don't know why those are there, but if you have stuff like that drilled in the bed, mosquitoes are gonna come in there. Same thing in here, all in here. There's holes up in here. So there's stuff you gotta do if you wanna entirely stop the mosquitoes or any dirt and dust. But yeah, not bad at all. Nice little setup. Perfect. Okay. There you go, guys. The base model Yukon. You need something, Bobby? All right. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Just wanted to do that quick walkthrough so you can see what that looks like. Again, baseline Yukon with a roof vent added, pod lights, and a roof rack. Simple stuff. All right, cheers.